G'day guys, welcome to the video. Well, we go from one extreme to the other here in Australia. We've been in a drought for a number of years. Got major bushfires going on. They've been going on for months, still raging in the lower parts of Australia, down around Victoria and New South Wales. I'm up here in Queensland, and about a week ago we had a big storm come through. We've got trees down everywhere. We had flooding. So come out to the shelter here, and as you can see, there's a tree down, and it's just sort of clipped the shelter. But it's sitting on top of my canoe that I built, so I don't know yet if there's any damage or what damage there is. I'll just deal with it when I get to it. I've had a quick look inside the shelter, and there's a few little holes in the roof, which is good. I can show you guys how I patch them up. But anyway, I'm going to get to work. I've got to chop up all this tree and get everything off the shelter and tidy it all up. But yeah, so thanks for clicking on the video. Appreciate it, as I always say. Don't know how exciting it's going to be, because I'm just out here doing some maintenance on the shelter. But anyway, it's a day in the life of. So all right, let's get into it. You just roast up onto a canoe. Still feels to be in one piece. Well, nothing seems to be broken on it, so that's good news. The canvas is a bit stretched in, but doesn't really affect it. Might give it a slight issue with steering, but not really. Alright guys, well the shelter didn't escape completely unscathed. I was expecting a lot more damage than what it's got. However, it's still got a bit. So down here, it's just where this beam goes through the middle. So when the trees come down, it's just timber on timber, and it's just sort of torn the fabric. So where there hasn't been timber underneath, it's just flexed, stretched the canvas, it hasn't torn, but where it's come up against something hard, it's yeah, cut through it. Bit of a gash there, you can see it, but again, it's not anything major. I can fix that up. And then up the top there, if I pull on this cordage, where it ties on, because the cordage was under tension, and then the trees come down on it, so something had to give. So up the top there, it's sort of torn, but it's just a superficial wound. It's not going to affect the shoulder at all. I can tie that off in another spot. There's plenty of overhang underneath there, where the air comes through from the shoulder. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that. But to fix this up, all I'm going to use is some silicone, so just clear silicone, and that's what I use to waterproof it. So I mixed silicone with mineral turpentine to thin it out. But repairing this, I'll just stitch that by hand, sew it up a bit, and then I'll just put a big dollop of silicone on it, and that'll seal it up. The silicone will penetrate into the fabric, and it will just, yeah, everything will be locked off, and should be watertight and good to go. Alright guys, well it's the next day. Put that silicone on there, it's all dried up nice, and as you can see when I stretch it, it doesn't pull apart, it's all watertight again. What I haven't done, I didn't bring any cordage out with me, so yeah, I want to pull the roof a bit tighter and wrap some more cordage around here to bind it off, but that'll be another day. But what I will do is untie this, so I can just untie that there and just lash it on a little bit tighter, just to stop it flapping, but doesn't need it. Sorry about the voice, I'm struggling through a flu, but yeah, I've got most of the timber cut up, so I'll just tighten this up and I'll finish that off and call it a day and wrap the video up. Alright, I thought I'd give you a quick look inside the shelter. Actually left it a bit late, so I've got the filming light on. But you can see under the bed where the water seep through the walls, or seep through the floor. The back side of the shelter is about that far below ground level. And I do have plastic there, but obviously if it soaks into the ground it's going to seep through into the shelter, which it's done here, which isn't a concern. I mean, floor here is pretty dry. If I had a fire in here it'd dry it a lot quicker. The bed's dry, the roof above it stayed intact. Where the damage was over on that side. Yeah, obviously you've seen the shelter on the other videos. If you haven't checked out the other videos and seen the shelter before, then check them out to see what you're missing out on. But I just normally leave the shelf laying down, but you can see the floor there, and there's a bit of mould starting to grow there against the wall. You can see that bit of white there from the mould. So I may even come out in my spare time on a weekend or whatever, open the door up, maybe even get a fire going in here and really dry it out. Get a bit of smoke into here as well. It'll sort of kill off any spore that's starting to grow, any moss and fungus and anything else. But alright, I'll show you the roof before it gets too dark, and I'll finish cutting up that timber and I'll get out of here. Alright, I'm going to wrap the video up because it's getting dark and I've got to pack up all my gear and get out of here. I haven't got a light with me. But the shelter's looking good. It's all watertight once more. Roof's all fixed up. As the cicadas start up their nightly chorus. I know it hasn't been the most exciting video and my voice isn't really hanging in there for me because I've been struggling through a flu. It's not a coronavirus, but yeah, it is a flu. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to wrap it up. And I'll see you next time. Catches.